Lainey and Jessica here. We wanted to talk with you guys about some tips and tricks for EastCon 19. We're going to give it just a couple minutes, have some people hop on. So just bear with us. We're going to start here in just a minute or two. We're going to just stay here for a few minutes.
We have a segment to test the sound. Can you guys say something for us?
Can you hear us?
Testing. Slow jams. Aw, thanks, Heather. Melanie says yours is a bit quiet.
Are we any better? We're super casual here today, guys, so bear with us. We're getting tested for our first live video.
And a bit delirious in general with conference prep. So fancy looking.
Jason, when I get any like the feedback noise, I bet it's sometimes it's the fan thing. I'm wondering if it's blue. But if I disconnect that, then you guys can
Just a message, Ruben. Oh.
Bear with us, guys.
Mm-hmm.
if we're gonna
can hear we're having some audio issues. Bear with us. We'll get started here in just a minute. We're trying to fix some mic issues. I love tech issues.
Coming from
Because we are a little behind on the.
What is that fan? You hear that?
I think that's the noise they're hearing is it's fan. There we go.
Oh. Yes, hers was about word.
Okay. Give us a second. We're going to switch out mics, guys, and we'll try this again. We just needed. Man, we tested this yesterday. Yay, technology.
Expect these types of things to happen at conference.
Tip number 1.
All right, let's try that. And if not, we can just run. If this doesn't work, we'll just run with the onboard mic.
Okay, she said it sounds good now. Darshana Farrell says it sounds good now. Thanks.
Nice job, tech. Yes. We can always count on the tech. Or the tech guys, I should say.
Security.
All right, let's test again. Can you guys hear us?
Much better sound. Great job. That's what we're
Yay.
getting.
Same thing for me. All's good.
Well, we'll see. It's still catching up.
Okay. Cool.
We're getting all thumbs up.
Yay.
Alright, let's test
Yes.
Way to go,
All right.
Ruben!
Sorry about that.
Yay, thank you.
Same thing for me.
Yeah.
Okay, are we good to start? Looks like everybody's good with sound.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, thanks guys for tuning in. Sorry about the little audio issue there. As Ruben said, you can probably count on something crazy like that going wrong. Can you mute that? I'll probably get some feedback otherwise.
Yeah.
There we go.
Nope.
There we go.
Perfect.
Okay. Again, thanks for joining us. We just wanted to talk with you guys a little bit about just some kind of last minute tips, tricks, some information to get you guys going for conference. If you don't know, I'm Lainey and this is Jessica. We are your event people for conference. She is your event manager. She is all things conference. And we also have Shelby on our team and then Melanie as well. But we just want to kind of just some last minute Hail Mary information for you. We are not Facebook professionals by any means, but we wanted this to be very casual, so please drop us comments if you have any questions throughout all of this. We want to be able to answer any questions you have, so while we're talking, this is not a super, webinar. Yeah, we're not scripted by any means. So any questions you have, please throw them in the comments. We've got April behind scenes answering some questions, throwing out some shout outs, but then we'll also be answering any questions as we go along. So Jessica, take us away.
Okay, so let's just start with some of your basic registration information. If you have not heard already, we have new name tags this year. I don't know if you can even see them. Get real close to them.
Yay!
That is our full access pass. It's green. It's pretty simple. Your name and school will go right across the front. If you have anybody who's coming to gala or maybe just to opening or someone who just wants to come see the exhibit hall, they'll have a very similar looking name tag, except theirs is going to be blue. And then at the bottom, we'll have these little like little ticket looking things, and we'll hole punch whichever event that they're going to go to. So if they're going to go to gala, they'll have a hole punch on the one that says gala. Pretty self-explanatory. The back side also has some good information on it, including a map of the convention center, kind of the really basic schedule, and then of course all of our social media handles and all of that good stuff on there.
Which you want to go follow.
Yeah. So if you have questions about access levels, just check the website under the attendee information section. There's all of that painted there for you. What else? Just kind of something to note, I guess, if you are a veteran conference goer. This is a plasticky name badge, so we're not going to have a plastic badge holder for it to slide into. So in the past, some schools have used that plastic badge holder to like put schedules and things in. We don't have that this year, but we have a tip. Maybe that will help you out. If you have a schedule that you want to kind of attach to this, you could just hole punch the top of it and clip it on there with your lanyard. Does that make sense? Hopefully. Just kind of another way for you to keep your schedule at bay. But our preferred way for you to kind of keep your schedule on hand is to download our conference app. As long as you sign in with your East credentials, you'll be able to create your own schedule, add in your breakout sessions. You can even slot the times that you're going to be stationed in the school booth. All of that good stuff is on there. So make sure you check that out if you haven't already. What's the info for downloading it?
East Conference 2019, that can be on the Google Play Store or the Apple as well. We also have a rebranding link that we can send out after we get off here, that we'll type in for you guys for to easily find it.
Okay. I think that was that everything with the name tag?
Oh, another thing, if you guys know your schedule pretty well, if you know this conference center back and forth, and you maybe don't want to use the back of this, which that's completely up to you. Another thing someone recommended, you could print a label of it. I know several of you guys have done that in the past. Like you'll print your schedule ahead of time and put it on a label. You could even stick this to the back of this name tag. Also an option.
Yeah, so just kind of some workarounds since it's a little bit different this year. This is kind of the way that a lot of conferences are going, are these styles. So we're really excited to have them at our event too, because we like to always keep things new and fresh for everybody. So,
and we're hoping it's going to go nice and smooth this year.
Yes.
We know last year was a little rough. We're hoping it's going to go, we did move it this year.
Yes, so registration is not in the grand lobby like it was last year. It's actually going to be, how do you explain? It's going to be closer to the arena. There's a map on the website of the convention center where you can see exactly where registration will be. So yeah, hopefully new place, new vibe, better results.
Yes. And I don't know if I have my school that at Summer Seminar got a Fast Pass certificate. Don't forget, if you're on here, use that. You get to go to the front, man. So yeah. If you're on here, shout out. Bring that to conference.
I'm going to kind of skip ahead with that too. I know it's on our list of things to talk about, but just in thinking about getting through registration quicker, we have 3 arrival groups, as you know. Arrival group 3 is the last one, and it's very full. So I've been telling people as they've wanted to switch over to that group, yes, we can move you, but just know that your wait time at the loading dock is going to be longer. Your wait time at registration is going to be longer. So just anticipate that ahead of time because that group is so full. So if you want to move groups, there is plenty of room in group 1 and group 2. Happy to do that for you. Just email events@eaststaff.org by, I think, March 6th. Is that tomorrow or is that today? Oh, hey, that's today.
Either way, if you want
yes.
to, we will be okay with that deadline passing a little bit, I think.
Yeah. We would rather get you in those early groups because you will get through registration much faster. So think about it. Let us know. move you around.
Yes, and in talking about registration, something that also has changed a little bit this year, I say a little bit, a lot of it, image release forms. And this is something we, in the last couple of years even, we've had questions on because it's something we've consistently had to change. We are all digital this year. When you registered your kiddos, you have had to put in the parent's email and send those out and get those back even for your backups. And so just a reminder, make sure that you've got those completed because we're really not wanting to accept any paper forms of those. So please make sure that you are finalizing those image release forms before you get on site. Because like I said, we are really, really wanting to be completely all digital this year. So just one thing people ask us every year, can we exchange our t-shirts? Because they always ask us when they're getting all their goodies at the very beginning of registration, what size you put in when you registered those kiddos, that's what you're gonna have until day 2 is when you'll be able, if you need to make any t-shirt exchanges. And that'll be at registration at 11 o'clock. And then if you need any other, because they are fantastic, adorable t-shirts, if you want more of that, you can buy more of those in day 3 in gear for $10. And if you didn't know, we did, I think, have a little sneak peek of those in one of our little graphics, if you happen to catch that. So they're really cute. Like I said, day 3 for $10. Let's see here, what else do we have? Oh yeah, the big one.
Which big one?
The booth photos.
Okay, you take that one.
Okay, so, we have a question.
Okay.
Yeah. How do they add their school booth times in the app?
Is that like if they're going to be in the booth for a certain period of time? You have to be logged in. So first step, are you logged in? There should be a little calendar feature, right?
Yes, I believe so. Yeah.
Let me just pull it up for you. I should know this like the back of my hand, but I don't. Where am I?
I do know like their individual, if they are adding sessions, you should just be able to do the plus sign for that. But their booth time, yeah, it should just be like a calendar function. Okay. Heather said they are.
Well, it's not showing up for me. My profile, maybe, nope. Are we missing our little add-in?
Well, Heather, it looks like you've stumped us. Let us get back to you on that. Let's check with Adam just to make sure, number 1, we aren't missing a feature that we thought we had. Number 2, to make sure on how to do that. So we'll get back to you and we'll post on this to make sure we get that information out to you.
Gosh, good question.
Dang it, Heather. No, really good question on there. We'll post in here on that. Okay, any other questions on that I feel like I saw, I think maybe Kelly posted on that. Can you go back one?
Kelly Regan?
Yeah.
I'll find her question. Here we go. Where are
Same thing.
Okay. Yeah, so we will post back on this post on that question. So TBD. Okay, so one big thing that we are changing this year is we will not be doing booth photos. Each year we do a booth gallery on the highlights page post-conference where the doc team goes through and takes a picture of every single booth. We have where that's a pretty big strain on our doc team. And so this year we're really recommending, if this is something that's of vital importance for you, that you go through and take a picture of your booth. You could even put that in your digital file cabinet on your East Initiative website so that your facilitator, your team, whomever, admin might want to see this, will have availability for that for next year. We are going to have a drone flyby of all of the exhibit halls, so that way you will be able to see it in kind of a different way. You'll have that video availability that you could see your booth there. So just something you might want to consider this year when you're thinking, even though it's kind of crazy and panicky, to stop and take a moment to get that picture with your kids or without your kids in your booth, just at some point through conference.
Okay.
I can take that one.
That's the entrance doors, right?
Yes.
Okay, so something else that we've changed up a little bit this year are the main doors that you'll use to enter the exhibit hall. This year, the main door is going to be the ones that are closest to registration, so it's actually going to be Hall C doors if you're mildly familiar with the convention center. It's just we've kind of moved everything, we've shifted it a little bit further down, closer to the arena. So those doors will be open. Those are kind of our main ones, again, just because they're close to registration. But we're also going to open the side door. It's the Hall A side door that faces the grand lobby. It's close to the breakout session hallway, so we're opening that one too, just as a quick and easy jump into the exhibit hall. You don't have to walk all the way around to get to it. Something to keep in mind, though, we are, as security measures, we're patrolling those doors, so the students who were there monitoring doors, we're going to make sure that anybody who enters the exhibit hall has their official East Conference name tag, that they're wearing that. And if they don't, they either have to go find it in order to get in the exhibit hall, or they're going to have to go to registration to maybe get a reprint or what have you. So just some of those things to keep in mind. We will have ushers from the convention center monitoring the other doors to make sure they don't get propped open, and so we're just really trying to keep everybody safe and secure as much as possible. Same thing with like the loading dock. So those doors on the loading dock are typically opened on Tuesday during the load-in process, but around 12:30, 1 o'clock, we are going to close them. And we are going to start having people come around and entering the exhibit hall from the front side. Again, it's security. We're just trying to keep everybody as safe as possible. And of course, limiting access is one way to do that. So just something to know for Tuesday.
And while she's hitting on security, we just have a couple kind of quick tips for you guys. We've really kind of revamped our security policies and just... we have a committee this year who's really worked on that. So we just have a couple kind of tips for you guys when considering. We know we have some groups that walk over from the Arlington that may go out to eat at a couple different places. And so we just want you guys to consider maybe a rally point once you've kind of got on site and figured out where you're going to be at the convention center. So just talk with your kiddos and figure out, if you're going to be spreading out. Just consider a rally point where you guys could all meet if needed. Also, consider the buddy system. If you have gone through phase and you have heard Jessica preach the buddy system. We talk about bringing 8 kids for a reason, because then 2 can go here, 2 can go to the breakout session, 2 can go be in the booth. She's talked about it for a reason. It is a safety precaution. Another thing. If you are going to be walking outside after dark, consider having a flashlight on hand. Just again, safety precaution. It's just something that we've really wanted to remind you guys to consider maybe when you're making your packing plan, just to throw in.
And when you're packing, don't forget to label everything that you bring with you.
Yes.
With your school, with your name. That way, if it is lost and found, we can return it to you if needed. And also think about taking those smaller items to your hotel room every night. Don't leave them laying out in the booth. And I'm talking things like a Ricoh Theta camera that can easily be slipped into a pocket or something. We don't have a lot of issues with security at conference, but petty theft does happen occasionally. So things like cell phones, small cameras that can just be easily swiped up and stuck into a pocket. Keep those kind of closer at bay. Keep an eye on those and take them back to the hotel with you at night, just for an added precaution.
Hey, Chris, I know you said labeling the different doorways and entrances on the map. We should have the main map on the app, and if we don't have the updated one, we will make sure it gets updated, that it should have the main entrances that will be used clearly marked. Will you verify that the
convention map? Yes. So it's it
is the icon labeled convention map, and that will have the exhibit hall entrances that are the ones to be used.
They're marked with pink stars.
We like our color coordination.
Kind of following along the topic of security, I'll mention another new thing that we're implementing this year. This is a biggie, so pay attention. We're trying to make this happen as easy as possible. So we are going to we're going to limit the size of the bags that you're able to bring into general sessions. Now, when I say general sessions, know that I mean opening plenary, gala, and closing. So you can carry backpacks and things with you all throughout the convention center. We're totally okay with that. You're from schools, you have those big things, right? But in the general sessions, we need to limit those to a smaller size. So the official limited size is a 14 by 14 and
By
6.
So ladies, think of like if you have a crossbody bag, those are your typical 14 by 14 by 6. You have heard this rule. If you have been to any concerts recently,
Football stadiums.
yes, any stadiums, this is a typical practice. So this isn't like a big new thing we're really throwing out. This is the standard of a lot of convention centers and stadiums now.
And we will have some, we're just kind of calling them bag checker stations that the convention center uses. So we'll have those spread throughout the convention center at all times so that you're able to just kind of stick your bag in there and check to make sure that it's the appropriate dimensions. That way you're not waiting until the start of opening plenary to find out. So just kind of some tips. If you have big bags that you've brought to opening plenary or that you've brought to conference on load-in day, go ahead and just leave them in your booth. Maybe stick them underneath your table or something while you go to opening plenary, because you'll be able to get back into the convention or into the exhibit hall after opening plenary is over. Same thing with closing. You know, if you've got some luggage that, you know, you've checked out of the hotel, stick it just underneath your booth, or you could check it with our bellman. We do have a luggage provided, or a luggage bellman service provided for you on Thursday. You can do that too. The one thing to consider though is about gala is that you're not going to be able to get back into the exhibit hall after gala. So once you leave the convention center at 4:00 on Wednesday, I would take any big bags that don't meet those requirements back to your hotel, or leave them in a vehicle, or whatever you need to do with them. But I would leave them behind. Do not leave them in the exhibit hall, because you're not going to be able to get back in there after the gala to get them. So just keep that in mind. And again, it's a security thing. We've never had major issues, but we're trying to prevent any potential issues that may arise. So also know that if you do bring a big bag, we're going to have to send you back to put it up. We're not going to be able to hold bags or anything like that. Again, it's for your safety and ours, so we're trying to take care of everybody. And of course, hopefully it goes without saying, no weapons. Just leave all those at home, please.
Yes. Other thing, it's not necessarily new. We may have potentially provided some offhand in the past, but we want to make it clear, we are not providing any power strips this year at all. There will be some available for purchase from the Hot Springs Convention Center.
I think they're like $10 or $14. They told us that if you just go down to Walgreens or Walmart, you can get it much cheaper.
Yes, so for watching ahead of time, there's your tip.
Yeah.
While you can purchase them there, it is cheaper. Just go to Walgreens or something. But we as East will not be even bringing extra for like the tech booth or anything. We don't even likely our own. We won't have power strips. So sorry, but go to Walgreens. There's our tip for you. No power strips from us. Other quick thing, we do have the quiet zone policy. We do ask on day 2 from 9 to 12 that booth assessment and program pitches will be going on. So please be mindful of that. Just keep it down from 9 to 12. We want to be fair to each and every booth. And then, as you know, those program pitches and booth assessment have been combined. Surely, I'm really hoping that you have gotten that piece of information by now. If you haven't, there's a conference clip that we did a few months ago. I think now it's all blending together now. But I think it was she and I maybe. Anyway, it's been done. If you need a kind of a refresher on that, you can go to the conference website under the What's New tab, conference clip, and check it out. You know, dress guidelines?
Yeah, so dress guidelines, that's always a fun one for us because do we have a...
Oh, good question, Sandy, on the bag size. Yes, you will not be able to bring that bag into general sessions. Yes, very good question. It is bigger than a 14 by 14 by 6.
We did order those after we had met with the security. We've been working with a sergeant with the police department in Hot Springs, and we met with him after we had already ordered the bags, and he recommended this bag size. And so, yeah, thanks for asking. We'll work on that for next year. So.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, so dress guidelines is always a fun one for us because we have some schools who really follow it to a T, and we're so appreciative of that. We also have some who don't, and we always get the question of, well, why does my school have to follow it and they don't? Great question. I don't know. But anyway, so just to kind of recap, Tuesday is a very casual day. It's a load-in day for us and for you all. So we recommend wearing jeans or khakis or just some nice pants and a nice top. You can wear maybe your school's. If you do a t-shirt for your school, for your conference team, that's a great one. An old conference t-shirt's another great one. It doesn't have to be East. Something that looks put together, I guess, if you will, but it's very casual at the same time. Let's see. Wednesday, the day of gala and all of the judging and pitches and everything. Let me back up just a second. On Tuesday, even though it's a very casual day, if you have any students who are going to compete in a competition on site, I might recommend that they kind of step it up a little bit, bring an extra change of clothes. It doesn't have to be formal, but khakis and a polo even would be sufficient. But I would highly recommend that. And then on Wednesday, the day of gala, you definitely want to dress to impress that day. It's business casual, I believe is what we've listed on the website. Yes. So slacks, khakis, dress pants, a dress for the ladies, a jacket. You don't have to wear a tie necessarily unless you want to throw one to be extra fancy for the gala. Girls, I can tell you, do not wear your heels. Wear comfy shoes.
Please remind your students of that. Just tell them, don't even put that in their bag.
Yeah.
If they want to wear it for a gala, good for them. But tell them, please, to your sweet baby Jesus, don't wear those heels during the day.
And honestly, Lainey gets to go to a lot of conferences, and she doesn't, even people that go to those professional conferences don't wear heels. No. And so it's comfy and nice, but comfy. So yeah, business casual for gala. And then on Thursday, it's again pretty casual. A lot of schools you'll see wear the conference t-shirt that you get when you check in at registration. A lot of schools will wear their team shirts that day. And again, bottoms or, jeans, khakis, just something kind of casual. Because again, you're going to be loading out that day and traveling home. So we want you to be comfy.
So we've talked about a lot of things to kind of get you in the know of all things conference. But there's a lot of things kind of to-dos, what we'll call them, things to do while you're at conference. So let's start with opening plenary. There is a lot of things going on in opening plenary. We know we kind of, in the past I say that, really since I've been there, it's really kind of transformed, I feel like. There's a lot of fun things going on in opening plenary this year. We've got a lot of people coming in. Facebook is coming back with us during opening plenary. We've got Mid-America coming and chatting with us.
They're going to provide some edutainment, I believe is what they call it.
Yes. So that's going to be a lot of fun. We have the perfect pitch competition going on again this year, so you get to see your kiddos be amazing on stage. I can't fathom doing what they do. And so that voting will be happening live again. So please make sure that you guys and your kids download the app, because that very first session, they're using it. So Perfect Pitch, and that is being sponsored by the American Capital Corporation.
Arkansas
Capital Corporation.
They're the ones who put on the Governor's Cup every year, which is really amazing. And so it's fun that they kind of are starting out in like the school level, and then the Governor's Cup is like the collegiate level. And so it's really kind of a cool thing to have.
And so there's a lot of other stuff going on, and so
It's going to be really exciting. And like I said, make sure you guys I would recommend downloading the app before you get there because it's incorporated from the very first show. And speaking of shows, the entrance is the same again this year. It's from gate 4 and 7. And if you guys need any accessible seating at all, please let us know. And then where is the entrance, the other entrance for the wheelchair area?
The accessible seating.
Yes.
So I believe you'll just go up. You'll go towards gate 7, and there's an elevator there, and you should go up the elevator, and it should take you right out into where all of the accessible seating area is. Of course, there's also seating on the floor, which should be relatively accessible. But if you want to get a little bit better vantage point, you can sit kind of in the. It's basically in between the lower and upper bowl, if that makes sense.
So yes, we've got some exciting shows going on. We also have EduTech guys joining us again this year. They are broadcasting the entire conference, and they'll be joining us on Wednesday and Thursday. They actually also will be having a podcast competition. We'll be sending out some information on that either today or tomorrow. So be looking for that.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, so TSO, Tech Support Olympiad. That's been going on for, I should know, five or so years. It was developed several years ago by our own tech support team here at East as kind of a way to showcase some of those tech administrative critical thinking skills that we're so proud of our East students. And so we have our 5 finalists. They've all been notified, and hopefully they're all coming to conference to compete. But they will compete on Thursday and the final round of the Tech Support Olympiad. It starts at 9, and it's sponsored by Windstream this year. So
and some really cool prizes donated at the
CompTIA. Yep, they've also donated some prizes for us. So it's in the grand lobby. It's free to view. It's live. So come check it out.
Facebook Live this year.
Oh, Facebook Live too. Yeah. So come check it out and support those students. Most of the students that we see that make it into that competition are your more tech oriented students, and so this is one of the very few competitions that kind of hones in on some of those skills of the technical administrators in your classroom. So we're really excited to showcase their skill sets.
Yes, and like I said, we will be doing Facebook Live with that this year. We want to be able to kind of get some audience interviews as well while that's going on. We kind of want to do a little bit different take on that live aspect and get some different take on that.
Yeah. Okay.
Tech Bash. I'm gonna let you hit on that one.
Okay, so Tech Bash. If you have not heard about it or seen it yet, Tech Bash is kind of a new take on a breakout session that we, again, our tech team kind of helped us develop this year. So it is, think of a DIY, hands-on, 30-minute session where we'll have about 20 students who are signed up for a 30-minute time slot. They'll come in, they'll go to a station. I think there's 5 stations in there. And they'll get to run through a tutorial that lasts about 5 minutes, and it just gives them an opportunity to try out some of the technology that's new or newer in our East classrooms. And then they'll rotate stations, so everybody should get to go to a station. And it's over in 30 minutes. So it's kind of it's a different take on a hands-on breakout session. And we're excited to see how that all plays out this year. So I hope that your students are able to sign up for a session, or definitely check, if your students are interested in doing something like that. I would definitely have them, pop over to a session and just to see if there's any availability, because I think there is still some.
I think there's some left. Not a lot.
Yeah.
And definitely on anything that you did register for, please give us feedback on those. You're able to take surveys on all your breakout sessions, and that again is on the app. We really want your feedback on those, and it really helps us prepare for the next year. The exhibit hall has so much stuff in it. Of course, it's got all of your booths and everything. We've got a networking space this year and some extra seating. We have the founders booths right in front and center. It's in the booths A through D. Make sure and go and chat with those guys. Like I said, we have the EduTech guys coming with us again as well. We do have some new gear as well. That gear booth is in the very back. And because you guys are so lovely and have joined us, we thought we'd give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek of some goodies. Okay, this is our new coffee cup. I'll van it for you guys. It's a little taller, skinnier mug this time. Let's see here.
We even have prices for you.
Prepare for you and your
Oh
students.
gosh, is it this one?
Yes. So $5 still for the coffee mug. Is that right? Did I read that right? Yeah. It does just come in the one color, but it's so cute. We have, this thing right here is really cool. It's like a little tassel charger, but it's got a charger for like all the kinds of phones. It comes in 2 different colors and
$10.
$10. Super handy. It does have the logo as well. Adorable. I mean, you can't really go without that.
Yeah.
We've got some new stickers this year. They're die cut. Must have. These are so popular right now.
I think those are the $2.
$2. Woohoo.
Those are cute.
Okay, I'm gonna take these out of the package because these are mine and I can do that. These are like one of my new favorite items. Yes. We have crazy socks. How much are these?
$10.
$10. They've got the East logo all over it.
Cute.
They're so cute. They're like a kind of not athletic, but I don't know. They're like sport, yeah, compression-y kind of sort of. They're great. They're fantastic.
The one color for
Yes,
those?
they're just the one color. But if we love them, maybe we'll get some more. Okay. This is one of our new shirts here. This is East, established 1996. It's got 4 little stripes here. I think all of our t-shirts are $16. This is one of them. This one actually comes in 2 different colors. I just have one right now because we had one of them at summer seminar. It was in a blue. This is in the army. It's so cute. Yes. You guys.
the sunrise.
You guys heard
is
April.
going.
Little play on the E's. Oh. Super cute. Also 16. Okay, this one is one of my fave new things. It's like a little pullover. It's kind of like a athletic feel. $27. It's got the logo embroidered on the side.
Is it thick?
No, it's kind of thin. It's kind of like that wicking kind of feel. So, must have new gear. Also, my personal pitch here, and I'm feeling these items, must have. We have some buttons, like the flare, that would have little inspiring words on them. I can't remember what all the words are, but one was like inspiring, motivate, or inspire, motivate, and there's one other, and there's 3 different ones. They're must have. They're 50 cents, 59 with tax, I believe. Must have item. I'm just telling you right now.
Lainey is all about the flare this year.
All about the flare.
You found that at a conference you went to, right?
I did, and I am addicted to them. And
Bringing it back to East.
I did, and I said they're going to be the hit new thing. Don't make a liar out of me. Get your flare, put them on your backpacks, everything.
Lanyards. Yeah.
Yes, on the lanyard. That'd be great. So don't make a liar out of me. Get your flare. We've got some flashlights. We've got some other cool new things. But those are just a little sneak peek of some of our new gear items that we've got coming at you. Other thing in the exhibit hall, we've got the Tinker Space. Lots of exhibitors in there this year. One thing we did want to let you know ahead of time, NWA 3D is back. And they've got that bring your 3D printer for their repair. What is it? Repair. Oh man, 3D repair booth. Sorry. So if you are having any issues with your 3D printer, now is your chance. Bring it on. Dear Lord, what was it, year before last? But they were throwing it from like a bajillion foot ladder, and they were fixing them. And so. Bring it on. They are there to fix it.
Just about everything. Yeah.
So we just kind of wanted to finish up. We won't take too much more of your time with some last minute tips for you.
Yeah.
You want to go ahead?
Yeah. Do you want to hit on Fusion at all too?
Oh yeah.
I kind of skipped over that one earlier. Oh, and actually, did we tell them what time gear is going to be available? What time that gear store is going to open?
Oh man.
I don't know if we told them, but it will be open after opening
plenary
plenary on Tuesday. So we are prioritizing registration this year
It will go
to
wonderfully.
make sure everybody gets through it, including us. And then, and then after opening plenary, you can buy all the new gear, so all the things.
Including those buttons.
Including the buttons, yeah. Okay, so Fusion, real quick. Most of you know that's our social event, our dance party. DJ Mario with Central Arkansas Entertainment is back again to keep us busting moves. Maybe not me, but the kids, I guess. We'll have photo booths. That's always a fun thing for us. We even have a selfie booth this year, so check that out. And then, of course, we have all of our games and our fun, STEM challenge type activities for those students who maybe.
Fred has really tackled these.
Yes.
Like, he has taken it on to really make those above and beyond this year.
Yeah, so we've got some really cool things.
Giant games, I think.
Yeah, Hamburg is bringing. Is it? I can't remember. I think it's checkers. Is it checkers that they're bringing?
I think they're doing the checkers.
Yeah, and then the Innovation Hub is bringing their giant Connect 4 game. And we have Kahoot back again this year. That was a big
huge
hit.
hit last year.
Yeah, and we have 2 escape rooms this year. So thank you, Sonora Middle School, for putting those together for us. We're so excited to have them.
Yes.
The escape rooms were a big hit last year, and I think a lot of kids were disappointed because they didn't get to go through it because there was just so many people. So yeah, so we're adding another one. All of this is happening on Tuesday from 7 to 9. Enter through the grand lobby doors. Those are the only doors that are going to be open. You'll check in there and you'll be able to go play all the games. You'll be able to go to dance. Yes, every time you play a game, if you win or you complete the activity, you'll get a ticket or a scan, I think, on your name badge, and all of those will go into a drawing. We've got 5 prizes, I believe. I'm not going to spoil what they are, but so you want to make sure you're eligible for those. And all that's free, even if you just want to come and hang out and network with facilitators or let your kids just kind of let loose for a little bit. It's free, 100% free. So come hang out with us. We'll all be there, and we'll be hanging out with the fun, cool games and all the people. Okay, question.
Do you have a
Christopher, let's go with that. Don't want to butcher that last name there. Wants to know if you have
Yankee.
the collar and short sleeves.
No, we do not. I think he's thinking of like at summer seminar we did some polo type things. We do not right now. Now we are always taking suggestions for new gear. So if this is something that would be of interest, please let us know.
Yeah.
But right now we just have the long sleeve in it.
Is he talking about this one? This one here?
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, the wicking.
And I think we usually do. We do try to order a couple of like facilitator specific type apparel for summer seminars.
I think like the polo, we would like sporty type one is one. We typically do a short sleeve one around summertime.
Yeah. Which he never gets to come.
But we do the
We
order
can send it
online
to you.
and we can send. So again, if that's something of interest, let us know. Email me or email events, and we can definitely keep that on our little running notes list, because we'll definitely keep that on our list. Okay. Last little bit where we'll finish up here. Just some tips for you guys. And I know you guys know this and you don't want to hear it. We do not allow hotspots we do not, none of the above allow hotspots at the convention center. If they see that it's happening, they will shut it down. They do have the guest Wi-Fi, and I believe we are going to have that available to you at the tech booth, correct?
Yeah, it's a public Wi-Fi basically, but that you have to get the password for it. So it's kind of private, but it's not really. We're going to share it with you. Just go to the tech booth and ask them for that password, and you'll be able to get on there. And I kind of wanted to explain a little bit, with the hotspots. The reason why we don't want those there is just simply because it interferes with the other internet. I'm not technical, so Ruben's he's probably laughing at me right now.
He's not a Facebook.
But so it just interferes with what we already have going on at the convention centers. So think about breakout sessions. If someone's got a million, hotspots running, those breakout sessions are not going to be as effective as they can be. The same goes with like Bluetooth earbuds. Those also, for some reason, really affect the network. And so please keep those turned off if you're at the convention center. I know it's tempting.
See your kiddos with them.
Yeah, please. It just makes for a better experience for everybody.
And we have mentioned it, and we will mention it again, and we have mentioned it to our staff, and we will probably mention it on the slides. You will see we'll mention it everywhere. Please, you and your kiddos wear comfy shoes. We don't want to see kiddos limping around and having blisters, and we just want everyone to have a good experience. So pack comfy shoes, pack 3 pairs of comfy shoes. Just please bring comfy shoes. We did mention that TSO will be streamed on Facebook Live. The other breakout session, or not breakout session, the general sessions, opening, plenary, and gala will be live streamed. We will send out that link, and there'll be a button on the website that you'll be able to click on to get to those. Let's see. Oh, the app. We have kind of hit on that a lot. Download the app, please, ahead of time. We've hit that you'll be able to vote for Perfect Pitch. Best of Conference will be voting on there again. We will have the QR code scavenger hunt again. We'll have some good prizes there. You can build your schedule. I mean, there's just a lot.
Once we figure out how to do that.
Yes, more information. You can at least get your sessions schedule building TBD. But there's just a lot of information, a lot of engagement comes out of there. We really just recommend you downloading before conference starts. So please download the app. Do you have any other ones that you want to hit on?
Not that I can think of. Does anybody have any questions?
Any last questions?
Okay.
Just one last thing that I wanted to really hit on. Matt kind of made this comment in one of our other platforms the other day, is this is your one really big chance to showcase what your program is doing. And what better time to invite those people in your community. You know, we send out invites on all of our platforms to invite the people that we know. This is your chance to really show off and make other community partners, to make those connections. So this is your chance to show off the best of the best for you and your program and East in general. So we just really, really encourage you to take this opportunity. You have your East Night Outs and you have those chances, but really take this chance to invite 5 people. While they may not travel to Hot Springs, they might, and you never know if this is that chance that they see you at your absolute best. Mm-hmm. So we really encourage you to send out that invite and say, hey, come check out my presentation at our booth. We've got 50, 60 schools that are doing what we do at our, at the pinnacle. So we just really we encourage you to invite those people out. Is that anybody else got anything?
Heather and Jerry are being super supportive. Thank you.
They are getting a lot of love in the comments, ladies.
Well, thanks, guys. Well, if nobody has any other questions, we'll let you guys go, and we will see you guys next week. It's real. A countdown is more than on. So, okay, well, y'all have a good rest of your week.
Thank you.
And we'll see you at EastCon 19.
Yay. See ya.